What's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. UFC President Dana White addressed the recent fight-fixing allegations in a sit-down with TMZ, responding to suspicious betting activity tied to Isaac Dahlgren's recent bout. White explained that Dahlgren opened as a heavy favorite, but heavy wagers shifted the line dramatically just before the fight, with many large bets predicting a first-round finish, which is exactly how the fight ended. The UFC promptly released Dahlgren, withheld his purse, and launched inquiries. White said the promotion contacted Dahlgren and his attorney before the bout, asking direct questions. Were you injured? Do you owe anyone money? Has anyone approached you? Dahlgren denied any issues and insisted he would kill this guy. After the first round finish, White said the UFC's immediate response was to call the FBI. He confirmed he has met with federal agents and spoke directly with FBI Director Kash Patel, calling for law enforcement involvement and promising to go after you guns blazing against anyone proven to be involved in fixing fights. Addressing social media claims that federal regulators flagged over 100 UFC fights this year for abnormal betting, White dismissed those reports as clickbait and misinformation. He noted the UFC's internal monitoring unit, Ciryl, tracks betting patterns and insisted there are not hundreds of fights under investigation. White also responded to fighters publicly saying they had been approached to throw fights. He questioned why those fighters had not reported approaches to authorities earlier, stressing that anyone contacted about fixing should inform law enforcement immediately. He warned that the FBI will now pursue leads and that the sport will cooperate fully. While White stressed there is no proof yet that Dahlgren is guilty, he acknowledged the appearance of the situation is troubling and emphasized the UFC's zero-tolerance stance on match manipulation. Before moving on to the next news, we have a quick request for you. We're always working to improve our content and truly value your support. If you could take a moment to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon, it would mean a lot to us. That way, you'll never miss an update. Let's dive into another news. During a live broadcast of MMA Hour, Ciryl Gane was unexpectedly interrupted by a shocking text message that sent waves through the MMA community. While on air, Gane revealed he had just received a message from a credible source claiming to have direct knowledge of a UFC fight that was allegedly GA fix, and two other bouts where attempts were reportedly made to manipulate the outcome. Gane paused mid-show to read the message and then addressed his audience, visibly surprised by the timing and gravity of what he had just learned. "As we're speaking right now, I just got a text," Gane said. "I can tell you about a fight that I'm 100% certain was thrown, and two others that were attempted." The revelation left both fans and analysts stunned, as Gane, known for his journalistic integrity, doesn't make such claims lightly. The message immediately fueled speculation across social media, with many wondering which fights were being referenced and whether an official investigation could soon follow. The timing of this revelation was particularly striking, as it came just days after Dana White publicly addressed similar concerns regarding suspicious betting activity and fight-fixing allegations during a TMZ interview. While Gane refrained from naming fighters or detailing specific events, his statement suggested that the issue might be far more widespread than previously thought. "Oh man," he said after reading the text, before quickly adding, "Call me later," indicating that more information could surface once he verified the claims privately. This on-air moment has since become one of the most talked-about segments in MMA media, reigniting discussions about the integrity of the sport, betting regulations, and the UFC's internal monitoring systems. Fans are now eagerly waiting any follow-up from Gane or official confirmation from governing bodies as the fight-fixing scandal continues to unfold. Let's dive into another news. Daniel Cormier has issued a blunt warning to Jake Paul about the prospect of fighting former UFC heavyweight Francis Ngannou. The comments came after reports that Paul's team had considered Ngannou as a replacement opponent for an exhibition after Gervonta Davis' legal troubles forced a cancellation. According to Cormier, the matchup is a bad idea for Paul, regardless of payday or publicity. Cormier stressed that Ngannou is an elite power puncher who operates at a different level from celebrity boxers. "I don't care what Anthony Joshua did to Francis," Cormier said. "If Jake Paul gets in there with Francis, Francis will knock his head off this planet. You don't want those Francis problems." While acknowledging that Joshua and others have had success against Ngannou, Cormier argued that those fighters are world-class heavyweights built to absorb and deliver championship-level power, a profile Paul does not match. That said, Cormier offered a measure of respect. He would give him credit if Paul actually took the fight. But the former two-division UFC champion was adamant that the risk far outweighs the reward. "You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes," he said, describing the idea of Paul stepping into the ring with Ngannou as a stupid prize. Cormier emphasized that no amount of money justifies facing a puncher capable of ending a fight instantly. Cormier also highlighted Ngannou's unforgiving style. "Big Frank doesn't play games," he said. "Big Frank doesn't know how to pull his punches. Big Frank is going to put you down." In short, Cormier's message was that Paul lacks the physical attributes and professional boxing pedigree to safely compete with a former world-class striker who has knockout power at heavyweight. The warning speaks to a broader debate about celebrity boxing and crossover bouts, how to weigh spectacle and income against fighter safety and competitive integrity. Cormier's advice is clear and public-spirited. He frames his warning not as trash talk, but as a realistic assessment from someone who's coached and fought at the highest level. His bottom line: unless a boxer is built like a true heavyweight, such as Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury, facing Ngannou is an unnecessary and dangerous gamble. Let's dive into another news. Khabib Nurmagomedov is back in the gym this week as part of Islam Makhachev's training camp ahead of his welterweight title fight against Jack Della Maddalena at UFC 322. Video shared by coach Javier Mendez shows Nurmagomedov actively coaching, but visibly dissatisfied with the effort and technique on display. In the footage, Khabib repeatedly pushes the team to increase intensity and precision. He demands speed and correct execution, calling out mistakes and stopping drills to demonstrate proper movement. At one point, he admonishes the fighters to stop poor repetitions and instead show me how the technique should be performed. His tone conveys impatience, but also a commitment to high standards, a hallmark of the champion who built his career on discipline and focus. Khabib's instruction included a return to fundamentals. He asked trainees to lie on their backs and complete a series of controlled repetitions, counting offsets and insisting on exact form. He emphasized the importance of speed without sacrificing accuracy, urging fighters to prioritize sharpness in their footwork, timing, and hand placement. He repeatedly corrected the same errors, insisting that sloppy practice would not be tolerated and that proper drills must be executed precisely to be useful. Despite moments of tough criticism, even joking that those who dislike his methods can stay home tomorrow, Nurmagomedov's message was constructive. He clapped to set the tempo, encouraged louder effort, and demanded visible improvement, reminding the team that elite performance requires relentless work. This session underscored Khabib's transition from elite competitor to demanding coach. His standards have not relaxed, and he remains relentless in pursuit of excellence. The clip serves as a reminder that behind every champion is rigorous training and uncompromising standards. For Makhachev in the camp, Khabib's presence is both a stern test and a valuable asset. His unwillingness to accept half measures could be the difference that shapes preparations for a title fight. In short, if Khabib is in your corner, mediocrity is not an option. His relentless approach, discipline, precision, accountability, builds the physical skill and mental toughness champions need. Mediocrity won't be tolerated. Let's dive into another news. Former UFC champion BBJ Penning has once again found himself in legal trouble after being arrested for assault in Hawaii. According to Island News, the incident took place early Tuesday morning when Hawaii Island police responded to a report of an assault at a private residence around Honziwa. Authorities say a 45-year-old man told police that Penn had punched and kicked him multiple times during an altercation. The victim managed to escape and contact law enforcement shortly after. Police later located Penn at approximately 11:50 a.m., where he was arrested without incident. He was charged with third-degree assault and later released after posting $1,000 bail. This latest arrest marks BBJ Penn's sixth run-in with the law this year, raising serious questions about his ongoing struggles outside the octagon. While details about what led to the altercation remain unclear, This latest incident continues a troubling pattern for the 45-year-old MMA legend, who has faced multiple charges in recent years, ranging from disorderly conduct to assault-related offenses. Penn, who was once celebrated as one of the most talented and versatile fighters in UFC history, becoming a champion in both the lightweight and welterweight divisions, has seen his reputation increasingly overshadowed by his legal trouble. Police reports indicate that Penn cooperated during the arrest and showed no signs of resistance. After being booked and processed, he was released pending further legal proceedings. According to court documents, Penn is scheduled to make his first court appearance on December 2nd, where he will face the latest charges formally. As of now, BJ Penn or his legal team have not issued any public statement regarding the incident. Meanwhile, the MMA community has reacted with a mix of disappointment and concern. Once known for his fearless fighting style and legendary bouts inside the UFC, Penn's repeated brushes with the law have tarnished what was once considered a Hall of Fame career. This situation underscores the ongoing struggles that some retired fighters face after their careers end, adjusting to life outside of the sport and dealing with personal challenges that fame and success often mask. Let's dive into another news. Sean Strickland's next move inside the octagon might finally be coming into focus. The outspoken middleweight contender hasn't fought since his rematch loss to Dricus du Plessis at UFC 312 back in February. However, it looks like Strickland's return is right around the corner. Last night, Strickland took to Instagram to update fans on his status, posting a brief story that read, "Suspension is almost up. Thank baby Jesus." That short statement immediately sparked speculation among MMA fans about who his next opponent could be. Earlier today, one fan commented on Strickland's most recent Instagram post, asking, "MMV next?" seemingly referring to a possible fight with fellow middleweight contender Michel Pereira, who has been making waves in the division. Strickland responded with a cryptic but confident reply, "Going to be fluffy." This exchange set social media ablaze with theories about who Fluffy could be. Many fans believe he was hinting at a matchup with Anthony Fluffy Hernandez, one of the division's most rapidly rising contenders, known for his relentless pace and dangerous ground game. Hernandez has recently been on a strong win streak, making him a viable opponent for Strickland's return bout. The potential clash between Strickland and Hernandez would be a fascinating stylistic battle. Strickland, a pressure-heavy striker with elite boxing and durability, thrives in stand-up exchanges and constant forward motion. Hernandez, on the other hand, is well-rounded, blending powerful grappling with improved striking and cardio. Strickland's unpredictable personality and straightforward fighting style have made him one of the sport's most polarizing figures. Fans have eagerly awaited his comeback, and this rumored fight could serve as the perfect test to re-establish his position among the top middleweight. If confirmed, a Strickland versus Hernandez bout would bring fireworks, not just inside the cage, but also in the lead-up, with Strickland's fiery trash talk and Hernandez's calm but confident demeanor, setting the stage for a high-stakes showdown. While nothing has been officially announced yet, all signs point to Strickland gearing up for a return before the end of the year. The MMA community now waits for the UFC to make it official.